Morning, everyone. Welcome back to Deep Sky Farms and welcome back to AgroForests. We're back here on the map this morning and we've turned into September. We managed to get the barley into the silo on the last episode, and what an exercise that was. It turns out that our little combine it was really struggling with the hill. So we're going to have to come up with a plan B. And I think that plan B for now might be to not put something on that hill that needs a combine to harvest it. We'll see how it does with grass. But we're just out here taking our horse out for a little spin. And we're going to go down, stop, check on the cow barn, and check on the situation down here with the grass, see how we're doing for moisture. I'd like to do a grass harvest and get either some silage going or some hay going. Probably hay, but silage will work too. Actually, silage might be the better move financially. Because I had an idea. And if you want to hear my idea, sit tight for a second. Oh, yeah, we still glitch on that bridge. Okay. That was a Farm Sim 22 thing too. Every time you take a horse across that bridge, it would glitch out. So we've got our cows in the barn here. And how's our barn looking? We need a straw blower. We need to get some bedding down for these cows. That's another thing that we got to do. But we have some food. And bring the HUD back up. Okay, so we got about 8,000 in meadow, and yeah, that's it. Okay. Okay, so we have some in hay, some in meadow. What else do we got? Sheep are doing all right. Dumped a bale in there. They've got lots of meadow, and they're producing some wool. Chickens, we're gonna have to pick up some chicken feed. Okay, we'll put that on the list. And these guys here are beef cattle. They're doing all right. I'm actually seriously thinking of, they've got silage. Okay, we'll let them eat through the hay and the silage before we do anything, but I'm seriously thinking about selling these guys. Only till they get to 24 months and see how they're looking. Okay, so we have some reproduction going on too, but that'll be a wait and see. And our pigs, we don't have any base food for them or any protein. So they're not doing so good. So we'll need to pick up some chicken feed and some pig feed. Looks like some horse feed because they don't have any base food either. All right. So cows are doing okay though. And actually let's open up the other end here, get some ventilation going through. There we go. Yeah, so the financial thing that I was thinking about was we're starting to sell our milk, which is good. That was the whole point of this. But what I'm thinking of doing is picking up that lot with the greenhouses next door to us. It's right, you can see it right over there. Well, maybe you can't. We'll take a ride over there. How's our grass looking? So moisture is kind of toast. And our weather forecast, what's our weather forecast? We're not looking at rain until October. And yeah. Okay. So according to the math, we're looking at about an 82% yield, which, given that we've only got, what, dozen cows, I think that'll do us. And yeah, I think that'll do us. Plus, it'll give us a little bit extra crop to sell as, yeah, if we sell it as silage, then we can have a little bit of cash coming in. Because we've got the barley in the bin right now. I think we still have to bale up. Oh no, we don't have to bale up some straw. It looks like we've got some straw in the cow barn already. But let's take a ride over there after and check. But I'm thinking about buying that lot with the greenhouses just to give us some cash coming in. Now there used to be a back way down through there. I don't know if it's been terraformed out. Let's see, do we glitch out on here? Yep, okay. That's fine. That's fine. The other thing we need to pick up is a chainsaw, because I noticed that there's a lot of dead trees around here. And we can be turning those into cash as well. So yeah, if we pick up the greenhouses... Oh, it's a lovely morning for a ride down here. All we have to do really is dump water into these and they start making us money. So let's see, how much are these? Okay. How much are these? All right. So we're looking at $120,000 roughly. And that's going to get us that field there. And all of this area around here, which is good. Because what does that give us in terms of resources? It gives us a bunch of deadwood. It gives us a field full of sunflowers, which we can feed to the pig and sell. And how are these? These are 7 of 8, so these are going to harvest in October. That's all right. And we do have a header for them. And I think we'll turn this afterwards into another grass field. Now, the only hitch is we don't have $120,000. But I think the smart play here is to go to the bank and get a loan to cover that $120,000. And I did want to change a little bit of equipment out too. I've actually been doing play testing, and some stuff that we have just isn't working out quite as well as I thought. So let's see. What do you have to say, Horse? Do you think this is a good idea? Horse thinks it's a good idea. So I'm going to get a loan for, say... Okay, so we can go max 780,000, but I'm going to take 140,000 over a period of 5 years. What does that make? Our monthly payment's $2,500. We can manage that because we'll be getting that out of the greenhouse basically every month. So the greenhouse will be paying for the loan. Let's take it out over 3 years. $6 years, $2,197. Yeah, because we can get about $3,500 for a flat of tomatoes. I think this is the way to go. Over 6 years, $140,000. That gives us 20 grand to shuffle a little bit of equipment around. Let's do it. Let's do this. Okay. And then we're going to come back down here to farmland, and we are going to buy this. Cool. This is ours now. So we need to put some water in here and get these things going PDQ. And actually, the other thing that we're going to need at some point is, we're going to need another bin. Oh, crap. Okay. Because we only have 2 bins. One of them has barley, and if we're going to be harvesting that corn, we might need to sell off the barley early to make room for the sunflowers. It would be nice to put a little riding trail around here now that we own it. Yeah, okay, so what would that get us? What would that get us? We presently have 11,000 worth of barley, and if we wait till January, we get an extra 4,000 out of it. But I wonder on the loan thing, I forget if if we pay off $11,000 worth of that loan, that would save us a couple of months worth of interest. That would save us basically 3 months worth of interest. Something to think about. Something that I don't have the math skills to do, but it seems to me like it's a good idea. Let's take our horse back, and we're going to figure out what we need for equipment. We don't have a water trailer. We're going to need a water trailer, and we're going to need to pick up, like I said, we need pig food, horse food, and chicken food, and we're going to be getting water out of there. Okay, that'll be our first little project. Yeah, let's take our horse back, go pick up our pickup truck, and move on to the next thing. Okay, so we've got ourselves a brand new Abbey water trailer here, and I'm going to leave our little flat deck down here. They can load it up with their horse food and pig food and stuff while we're off watering up the greenhouses. So let's head back on up and see if my plan is going to work. There's some of our beef stock. Yeah, I like the idea of having the pasture there. Yeah, we'll go with it. I've just never really done beef stock before, so we'll see. Sort of related, I'm debating adding the realistic livestock mod. It's a pretty challenging mod. I've played with it. If we do that, it's going to be a lot of work. What I was sort of hoping was that we could sort of swing this around here like this. And can we back ourselves up? Not with that camera, we can't. I was sort of backwards. I was sort of hoping we could go in like this. Because on my original Silver Run Forest, where those bins are now, I put a little driveway in there. So let's hope we can at least make this work, and if it works, then we can do a little bit of landscaping. Okay, we're getting fuel out of it, we're getting water out of it. If not, we can set up down at the bottom into the pond. Or we have another pond that we can go off of. Okay, let's go fill up one and we'll get some tomatoes going. So I have a question about the greenhouses, actually. I remember in Farm Sim 22, I think it was Mr. Sealy P did the test and we figured out that we were better off to run single productions through the greenhouses, but I don't know if that's the case for Farm Sim 25. So I think in the name of doing a little bit of A/B testing, we're going to have one greenhouse going. We'll do it with just, say, tomatoes or whatever. We'll do one production in one greenhouse, and then in the other greenhouse, we're going to turn on all the productions and see what the difference is. Because if we can make money faster, that's what we want to do. Am I on the trigger? Now we're on the trigger. So let's go in. Can we get in these? I think we can get in these. Yep. Let's go start this up. Nope, not change output mode. We want to activate and keep that to storing. And we got 6,000 liters of water coming in. I got the big Abbey tanker because the small Abbey tanker is, while it's cheaper, it means forever running water. And if we expand our greenhouses like I'm sort of planning to, then yeah. Although I suppose we could set up an auto drive route for this. So what I did last night when I was testing this out was I just sort of pulled one of these. And we want there. This one, slide it in between those trees right there. And if this becomes a regular thing, are those good trees? I think they are. There we go. Yeah, let's look at these trees. Okay, those are all good live trees. That one is not. I still haven't really figured out how to do forestry yet, strangely enough. It was so intuitive the last time I did it on this map, or when I first started playing. Alright, get out of here. I mean, that's not horrible. Alright, so maybe we'll look at putting a little bit of gravel down in there. And at some point, maybe we put a dedicated tractor on this job. Okay, here we go. Let's get our production going. See, that's got spray heads on it. I wish they were used for something. Okay, so this is the one that we're going to try activating them all and see what happens. There. All right. Now we need to find a place for this to live. Should we leave it down here? I think if we leave it up at the farm... I think if we leave it up at the farm, we can always fill it once right up there and bring it downhill. Yeah, that works. Yeah, that way it's in with the rest of the equipment. It's fairly safe. Ooh, I think we need to get a mulcher and knock back some of these weeds here. So we've got about 7K more. Hey, where'd our... Oh, right, I put it inside. I was like, where'd our combine go? Got a little bit of wool on the go. And nothing for eggs yet. Alright, so let's slide this up in here again. There we go. All right, cool. All right, let's go see if we've got some food for our animals. Okay, we're set. We have feed for the animals. That'll get us going. I love that train. I hate that train, but I love that train. So as I was loading up, I got the big bag pallets, and I was thinking of something that I kind of want to do, and I'm going to test it out on this here. I want to make more use of my my UTV, the Kubota, and I think what I would like to do is have some kind of a setup I don't know how to do it. Where you would be able to just set up your big bag pallet on a rack and back in underneath it with the UTV and fill up like that. Now, where are we going to work this? We're going to need this over here. Okay, so let's put this over here. And shut that off. And we'll get our tension belts off. And get our tension belts off. That ain't going anywhere. Oh, I thought there was a thing that we could open it from the back. Okay, fine. We're going to need the Kubota for this operation. Why are we going to need the Kubota for this operation? Because I felt like ripping around on the Kubota. And that's justification enough. I'm looking at the Mahindra, which is pretty sporty and pretty fancy looking. But it's pretty pricey looking too. And let's go over there and grab that thing. Oh my god, I should have the follow me mod on this. Anyway. You'll see what I'm getting at in a minute. And it's mostly just to inject a little bit of realism into the game. It might involve some modeling, which I'm not averse to doing. All right, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Because, I mean, realistically, feeding of the animals, that's kind of a daily job. It's not a, you know, fill the thing right to the max, and let your animals go for a year. If that's the way you want to play, cool, whatever. That's fine. But I kind of want to do it a little bit, realistically. Also, it'll give us something to do in the wintertime. Because we're rapidly approaching, everything's going to be done. We've got 2 big harvests to do, but after that... so we're going to put this over here. And I think we're going to need the ramp down on this. Unfold trailer. Yeah. All right, so we finally get to, after... Oh no, that was the tailgate. Oh dear. Interesting. I know I've opened this before. Because I had the thing on the back of it. Was it a trigger over here? And no, Z, no. X opens the tailgate. Oh, is it mouse? Mouse. Alright. I'm not a huge fan of that. I wonder if that can be changed. Anyway. Right, because X is always open the trailer. But whatever. So we finally get to drive the tractor. It's been 3 episodes and we haven't driven the tractor yet. This is not driving the tractor simulator. Okay, so we've got to wait. We've got some forks. And we don't need that. But we do need to drop that down. And get ourselves some backwards gear going. Also need to get these bulk tech things going too. Did I not? Inside. All right. This is... Oh, right. That's what it is. So, yeah, whenever you click the thing for... If you're having issues with your camera rotation and vehicle control add-on, it's not a super conflict, but whenever you have the cursor active for messing around with courseplay, that's what it's called. For messing around with courseplay, that overrides your camera switching. Didn't line that up very straight. There we go. I mean, I suppose the thing to do would be to make a smaller set of the bulk tech bins. Like get set up with the bulk tech plastic bins and use those to store pig food and stuff like that. That might be a project to look into. All right. Now, can we hit it? Without knocking it off there. Well done. Well done. Because what I'm sort of thinking is we would have a rack or a stand where we could just roll up with the Kubota. And this is all experimental. This might not even work. Oh, this might not even work. Huh. Is it because I can't hit the trigger, or? Oh, now that's interesting. Let's have a look in the Kubota thing. Okay, so it shows it as having a capacity for a whole bunch of stuff, including pig food. Is it because I have tension belts on there? So theoretically, that pallet should just drain right into the back of it. That's super interesting and weird, and I don't understand why. Because you see where I'm going with this, right? I'd like to be able to fill this and then shuttle with this up to the... Oh, I know what it is. I know exactly what it is. It's because we have the 3-point on the back of this. Give me a minute. Okay, here we go. Let's try this. I also realized that I had my herdsman's stick strapped into the back of this, so hopefully I'll remember that I put it in the barn when I need it. Okay, so theoretically this should work now. There we go. So that was the thing. And it's a weird little thing that I spent a couple of days on the original Silver Run Forest figuring out. Whenever you have a 3-point attacher on the back, it knocks out the fill capacity on your tipper box, which is weird. Now, where are we going to put this? I guess in the shed. And the theory is that with the herdsman's stick there, I'll be looking at it all the time and I'll remember where it is, right? Put it here? Looks like we can. All right. Okay, so let's take this down to the pigs. So you see where I'm going with this, right? Is using our vehicles as more than just decorations. And, you know, trying to do this in a sort of, you know, not heavy realism way, but somewhat realistic. Now, To get to the pigs, we have to go... I always lose them. If I remember correctly, we have to go down this way. This may be an adventure. Okay, so we got two green things over there, so it's one or the other. Check the map. Oh yeah, we got to get this straw off this field and figure out what we're going to do with it next. There we go. There's the pig field. Now, we hit the trigger. I'm actually surprised that whoever did this didn't add water points to it. Oh, okay. So we can only do 100 liters worth of pig food. Until they eat their way down through some of that other stuff. All right. All right. All right. All right. I got it. I got it. Now, what am I going to do with this stuff then? Well, that's a problem for another episode. I'll figure that out later. Thank you all for coming out. I really enjoyed it. This was a good episode. If you like what we're doing, oh, that needs a little bit of a fixie. Give us a thumbs up. Leave a comment. If you really like what we're doing, think about subscribing. It really helps grow the channel. And if you want some high quality Minecraft content, check out my friend Otter on their channel Otter Plays. And we'll catch you on the next one. Hopefully I'll figure out how to deal with this pig food. So until then, I'm Deep Sky Farms, and take care of yourselves, y'all.